Yes, indeed. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Motherfucking Sports live on YouTube. YouTube, welcome back. Crew members, welcome back. It is I, the Thick-Eyed Bandit, kicking it with the Ross Clyde Bumper Clyde Jamaican, you know, Beanie Man, aka Mr. Headquarters. Turn your volume up, big dog. Not yet. Well, while he's doing that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Motherfucking Sports. Before we go ahead and get the NFL picks from the Super Wild Card round, now going into the divisional round going, before we talk about the NBA, Mr. Headquarters, we got a couple bills to pay.
Right. So make sure y'all check us out, all our main episodes on the motherfucking podcast, themfnpod.com. Make sure y'all check it out and check out all our latest episodes, including a brand new episode dropping today, motherfucking Ladies Lair episode with us, featuring us, the motherfucking crew, in the Ladies Lair podcast. So make sure that y'all check us out on motherfuckingpod.com. So make sure y'all also get the gear. Make sure y'all check out our gear on the motherfucking shop. Make sure y'all get the black hats, you know what I'm saying, with the white letters that we got sporting right here tonight. We also got the NOLA edition hats. So make sure y'all get the NOLA edition with the black and gold on it, you know what I'm saying, representing the Saints, the Who Dat Nation. And make sure y'all get the dog tags, the motherfucking dog tags, the motherfucking hoodies, you know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all support the crew and get the merch. Get the merch on the motherfucking shop and download all the episodes on the motherfucking motherfuckingpod.com. So make sure y'all check it out. You already know what it is. The motherfucking pod.
Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all's NFL Super Wild Card picks from last week, how was y'all week? How did y'all do, America? Did you have a good week, America? Did your team win and advance into the next round, America? Or did your team bite the dust? Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. The bones, the bones. Another one bites the dust. And another one down, and another one down, and another one bites the dust. Yeah. Listen here, America. Me being a Saints fan who I am, I was doing some thinking this weekend. And during this time, I perceived that there are a few NFL teams out there that did not deserve to be in the playoffs, America.
Hell no.
They had some trash-ass football for the first week of the Super Wild Card round, America. They had some fucking blowouts. They had some teams who I thought they was going to come with it, fighting for their playoff lives, and then they laid down. We watched the world hype the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, Lord. America's so-called team.
Allegedly. But I love it, though.
Man, look,
No.
Still low. Sorry if y'all can't hear me, but we're gonna keep this motherfucker rolling. We live, you heard me? Without being said though, the Dallas Cowboys. Everybody wants to, it's either you're good or you're not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. He's above average. You know what I'm saying? He was even the MVP, I would say, for most part of the season. Ezekiel Elliott wasn't even that good this year, as good as he was in the past. But look, the Cowboys is exactly who I thought they was. I kept telling everybody these motherfuckers ain't that good this year. You know what I'm saying? And they kept beating up on a lot of bad teams. And they ran into a real one, this Sunday, and they got their ass handed to them. So I don't know about y'all. I know there was a lot of Cowboy tears out there across the nation, and rightfully so.
Many. Might be the motherfucking moment of the week.
You know what? It might be. Make sure y'all check us out on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check us out on Instagram, the MFNpod. Make sure y'all be on the lookout for the motherfucking moment of the week. It's a segment that we have on our Instagram page each and every week. So make sure y'all check us out on that. You might come across the Dallas Cowboys on there, but not the way you might want to if you're a fan of them. So make sure y'all check us out.
I think it's about how I would say every Cowboys fan was feeling this weekend.
Man, look, what the hell with this Cowboys? That's how
You and Stephen A. Smith right now will be probably having a drink and smoking a cigar and having a good old laugh about this weekend.
I thought he was a Cowboys fan.
No, he was a Cowboys hater. He was probably the number one Cowboys hater in sports media.
I'm gonna roll with Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? I know he's I'm gonna roll with Shannon Sharp. No offense to Stephen A, but I'm gonna roll with my boy.
Yeah, Shannon dragged the Cowboys. He always dragged the Cowboys.
Serving up L's this past weekend.
Skip. He put the extra P on it. Skip.
Let's talk about it though. What was the odds for that game last week? I think it was like -3.
Yeah, Dallas was favored -3 at home. At home. The number 3 seed.
We said that was going to be the biggest game. That was probably the highest upset alert of the week. And
we all call that game correctly. I don't think it took a rocket scientist to see that one.
That defense, dog. The 49ers defense came alive at the right time of the year.
Yeah. But hey, they did lose Fred Warner. That might hurt them. San Fran was my Super Bowl pick before the playoffs started. I had Cincy in San Francisco, and I said that San Francisco is one of these really good football teams that you don't want to see in the playoffs because they just look like it. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm having to go to Green Bay to prove it against probably the hottest team in the league right now, in the Green Bay Packers.
They haven't played tough football though in a while. We've seen this happen before. It happens a lot in the NFL, not so much in the NBA. In the NFL, the teams that tend to take too much time off, they end up coming out flat. So we'll see what happens in that game.
Look. Go ahead.
Who's it going to be? It's going to be the
Packers and Niners coming up.
Yeah.
But that's later on in the show.
Yeah. We're going to get to that one. But back to this game. Did you watch this game?
Man, as much as I would love to say I did watch the whole game, I was only able to watch bits and pieces from the second quarter all the way through the fourth. I didn't catch the first quarter of the game. But from what I did see, I can tell you this. The score don't do it justice because San Francisco had that ass all game. San Francisco had that ass all game. Deebo Samuel is the fucking truth. He
remind me of Reggie Bush in that regard, because like he can catch, he can run out the backfield, he can do whatever you need him to do. Does he? I don't think he does kick returns. Do he?
excuse me,
He don't do kick returns for them, do he? I don't think so.
if necessary.
If necessary. So, yeah, man. Just like how Reggie Bush when he came out of UFC and played for the Saints, dude couldn't be stopped if he got in the open field. And same thing with Deebo Samuel. He's just gonna make you miss. He's gonna make you miss. He's gonna run off. He's gonna run.
He'll put that shoulder down on you too.
He'll put the shoulder on him, but he's fast as a mother. Dude he's starting to make it. He's starting to make it. If he can stay healthy, he's starting to make it.
Hey, coming out the other USC, the University of South Carolina. Hey, good comparison. That's really nice. I'll tell you this. You got to watch out. I hate to, this might sound contradictory. Jimmy Garoppolo is finding ways. Now, he'll give you a moment. He'll give you a moment. He'll give you a pick. He's going to give you a pick. He's good for it. But in key situations, bro, he find a way to get his team downfield and put them in scoring position, bro. He's a good game manager. You don't want too much out of Jimmy G.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's exactly what he is. He's a game manager.
Yeah.
Shit. Hell, I said on this damn show, I couldn't even remember that he fucking made the Super Bowl because the motherfucker disappeared. For him to be
He's not flashy.
No, he ain't flashy. And even on this team, he's not flashy. He still gets outshined by other offensive players on his team. And that defense outshines him too because the defense just does so much for them. So I don't know, man. I don't feel like they're gonna make the Super Bowl, but I wouldn't be surprised because of the fact of how good the defense is. But I don't see them making it. I still think Green Bay gonna take care of the game. I think it's gonna be a close fucking game. I think it's gonna be a real close game. Aaron Rodgers, we've seen when he's not focused, he can't be beaten.
Very true. And look at the last few times San Francisco has played Green Bay. That has played out in the same manner where San Francisco has found a way to beat these people. But the difference is those games were in Levi's Stadium out in Santa Clara. This game is in Lambeau. You think home field advantage is going to be an advantage for the Green Bay Packers this week?
Yes, I think it will. I think it should be cold as a motherfucker up there. The weather's gonna be looking like. San Francisco traveling, the cold weather up north. It should go in Green Bay's favor. Green Bay can run the ball a little bit too. So it's not like they can't mix it up with the 49ers. They got a damn good defense too that the people don't really that's kind of sleeping on. I would say the 49ers is probably a better overall defense, but don't count the Packers out. They the number one seed for a reason. Monte Adams is still, in my opinion, the best overall receiver in the league. I know a lot of people say probably Cooper Kupp, and I can understand that argument. That's fine. And I'm gonna go with Adams, Green Bay, and I think they would take care of this game. And let's take a look at that. Go ahead. But
I tell you, when you look at San Francisco inside out, they're going to match up well against Aaron Rodgers. Because key is if you're able to shut down this run game, you know what I'm saying? With the way that Green Bay run the ball, and Green Bay can't run the ball. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? They got a hell of a 1-2 punch. You know what I'm saying? But being able to stop the run, you still got Aaron Rodgers on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And you still got the best wide receiver according to headquarters. You still got the best wide receiver in the league on the outside. San Francisco is good at all levels. That's going to be a hell of a interesting, chess game right there. On the flip side, San Francisco offense, being able to run the ball, they get, you got two tough bulls with George Kittle and Deebo Samuel. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay's defense is sneaky good. This all matchups all over the field is going to be key. I think the weather's going to be a little bit of a factor though. Can San Francisco play in the cold? Can their brand of football translate to the cold temperatures out there in Green Bay?
I think it can, but that's why I think that's why it's going to be a close game. The defense, at the end of the day, they're a hard-nosed team, San Francisco. So that style of play kind of falls into their favor. So I think Green Bay need to be careful going into this game. This is like probably the worst fucking matchup for them for a first seed going into in the divisional round. So the spread for this game is -6.
Woo.
49ers going into Green Bay. That's kind of high. I'm surprised by that. But I think you have to give Green Bay the edge because of what they've done in the past. San Francisco still has a great defense, but they still have Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. So, and you saw last week, he didn't do great last week. He did just enough to be okay. So he made one mistake. He did throw a pick in that game.
Yeah, he gonna give you one of those. But who does team remind you of? Don't the 49ers remind you of us? You got an all-world defense. You got a quarterback. Do you want to put all your faith in this quarterback? So you have guys like Alvin Kamara who can do it all, similar to Deebo Samuel. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the tight end of a caliber of a George Kittle. So we kind of spread the ball as much as we can around, through the air to multiple people that maybe can equal up to a George Kittle if you equal all talent pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reason why you can easily root for this team. I still pissed off at them for beating the Rams, of course. But that's another story. You know what I'm saying? But hey, they're in. They're doing what they got to do. They're able to play another week. Man, they my Super Bowl pick. I got a feeling that Green Bay is the overall better team. To me, with all due respect to Aaron Rodgers and company, it will be not man of me not to stick with my Super Bowl pick. So I'm sticking with my Super Bowl pick. I think that the San Francisco 49ers are going to walk into Lambeau Field, and it's going to be by hook, by crook, or they might fuck around and punch these dudes in the mouth. But I think the San Francisco 49ers are going to win this game. I'm picking San Francisco. And I'm probably the stupidest person on earth to believe in this shit. I'm probably in the boat by myself. I'm probably in the boat that a lot of 49ers fans don't even believe that they could go up to Lambeau and beat Green Bay. This is completely moronic of me to do this.
Because we forgot to mention the chat. And shout out to Big J in the chat.
Shout out Big J.
Big J has, he also mentioned, I missed him earlier, so he put in the chat earlier. He said, he listened to the newest episode. He said something's wrong with us. So thank you. Big J. Thank you. But he also said that Cardinals and Cowboys goodbye to Big Ben. And hit in the Rams game was crazy. So
Oh yeah. Prayers up for Buda Baker, man. That was ugly. That was oh man. I thought it was way worse than what thank God it was the it looked worse than what the injury was, man. That was horrible.
yeah. But the reason why I brought up the chat is because we want y'all to chime in on this one right here. Who do y'all think gonna win? Packers or the 49ers? Thick Eye Bandit, you calling the 49ers, right?
Hey, America, I'm probably the only retarded motherfucker that's going with the 49ers. And listen, I am a who that through and through. But I'm rolling with San Fran on this one. I'm calling the upset. Why? I don't know. But I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. It's my goddamn mind. Fuck y'all if you're hating. But the 49ers are gonna win. It's gonna be an upset. They're gonna do about 3. Yeah, I'm calling 27-24 San Francisco victory.
All right. So we
And they are my Super Bowl pick. Them and the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's fine. That's fine. So if we start out the gate, we already going against each other on this one because I'm going with Green Bay. Green Bay was my Super Bowl pick. So I'm not going against that fucking pick.
That's fine.
Green Bay, I think Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers comes up and take care of his business. Him and Javante Adams. And shout out to that 1-2 running back punch that you talked about. AJ Dillon. I'm blanking on the other guy. Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. Those dudes have been tearing it up for Green Bay on the slick. Ain't been getting a lot of recognition, you know what I'm saying, for that offense that they've been doing. But Aaron Jones, though, watch out for
Dude
Aaron.
is a monster.
Watch out for Aaron Jones in this game. I think he's gonna have a game in this one. So watch out for him in this one. I'm calling Green Bay 30. They're gonna put up 30 on this defense. 30 points, 30-21, Green Bay. It stays close. A late touchdown makes the score a 9-point win for Green Bay, but a close game throughout. Y'all heard it here.
Y'all seen it. Green Bay -6. They the 1 seed playing 6 seed San Francisco at home. Green Bay supposed to win this game.
Supposed to win this game. All right.
But they ain't.
All right. So going back to the wild card, what's the next game to recap that went down?
All right, man. Look, we started off with the NFC. We all got a clean sweep with San Francisco beating the Dallas Cowboys. We all saw that one. We might as well go to the next obvious one. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the number 2 seed at home, took on the number 7 seed Philadelphia Eagles. It was ugly. It was 31-0 at one point. It was blood, guts, spitting ass everywhere.
Do the blood ass spit move.
Twah! That was horrible. They did what they were supposed to do.
You got Tom Brady, you got Kowski, Mike Evans. You had a pretty damn good defense.
They defense, bro.
They damn near brought everybody back, minus Antonio Brown, for obvious reasons. But
Right now they don't need them. Y'all seen what the performance was?
team is still loaded with talent. So the receivers have stepped up behind Mike Evans too. So and Mike Evans is already a great receiver in his own right. So Philadelphia just wasn't ready for this. They just wasn't. And they made him look like they shouldn't even been in the playoffs.
This was a case of that, bro.
And I would argue that they probably should. I mean, just Jalen Hurts wasn't ready. So I'm glad Jalen Hurts got a chance to get some playoff experience. So.
And he's gonna be a good quarterback, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? We rooting for him, you know. He went through a lot. He's already got a hell of a story already. You know,
Behind him though.
don't let him take your spot now. Don't let Uncle Rico do that.
There's nothing else to really recap from this game, man. This was the ass whooping.
Nah, it was 31-15 Tampa Bay. That was a clean sweep. We all got the dub on that one. That was pretty obvious. And to the other pretty obvious game, another game we all got the dub on. Your Kansas City Chiefs, number 2 seed, took on the number 7 seed Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was a very close game.
A quarter in 5 minutes. The late part of the second quarter, they started opening that ass up.
Yeah, they hit the gas pedal on good old Pittsburgh, man. And I tell you, man,
They did make me concerned moving forward, though, about the Kansas City pick that I have.
do you think it was just a slow start, or you think they were just playing with their food before they killed it?
I couldn't tell because I feel like they should have won by more.
You think they left points? They scored 42 points. You think they left points on the field?
Yeah.
Damn.
Bruh, I watched that game from the beginning, and I ain't gonna lie. The first quarter, I was like, damn, they playing kind of around with this. I felt like Pittsburgh had a chance in that first quarter. And then the second quarter happened, and then I was like, all right.
Hey, you put that bitch on cruise control after that.
But look, the Pittsburgh offense didn't play that bad. It's just that they couldn't keep up. They just didn't score enough.
Did you hear Ben Roethlisberger's comments all week?
What he said?
Man, we already know what's up against us. We're just going out there to have some fun. We ain't supposed to be in this position. No way. I swear, go listen, go find it. Go find it. I promise you. He knew already. They all knew.
Happy to be there, man. He was like, look, this is my farewell tour. Look, I ain't trying to try. You want me to try?
Hey, bro. At least make it respectable. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look, they got a big hole to fill quarterback because they don't have the replacement ain't on that spot already. I know that for a fact.
And the draft, would you say, is lacking quarterback depth in this upcoming NFL draft?
Yeah, but I mean, we always seen that there are gems out there to be picked up. And you go to the right franchise. I think Pittsburgh Steelers is the right franchise to get a gem player and turn them into something more.
Well, they got Ben Roethlisberger from the University of Miami at Ohio. You know, so you got a point.
I trust Pittsburgh to do the right thing moving forward as an establishment because they've always done the right shit. Like how often have you seen that Pittsburgh didn't get it right? A lot of times they just didn't have enough talent. That's why they don't win all the time.
But they're a decorated franchise, man. One of the cornerstones of the NFL. You know what I'm saying? The fan base is probably one of the most loyal fan bases. Have you ever seen the Steelers fans travel? You ever watch Steelers games? They fans travel.
Yeah, they do travel. They go everywhere. I remember
But
they come down to New Orleans. They travel to New Orleans.
yes,
So,
they was deep in that dome on Halloween. I remember that game.
so yeah, they definitely show up. I'm not worried about them moving forward. Mike Tomlin is still a great coach. Unappreciated coach. Super Bowl winning coach.
Hopefully, Hall of Fame coach.
And no doubt he will be a Hall of Famer. I'm calling that. But he's never had a losing season. And he's already a Super Bowl winner. He's going to the Hall of Fame. So they need to put some respect on Mike Tomlin's name.
Put some respect on his name.
And make sure and make sure you trust that they're gonna figure it out. I think they probably gonna get a quarterback in free agency. That's my opinion.
Pittsburgh, they pulling up on you, Nick.
But what's the next game though? What's the next game in
All right. So with all due despair, we talked about some of our perfection. Now we got to talk about the polar opposite. We all drank the Arizona Kool-Aid. We all thought Arizona was going to walk up in the SoFi, just like they did earlier this year, and beat up on the LA Rams, especially after how LA laid a dud, and we was all wondering if this team, with the levels of talent that they got, can get back to the Super Bowl. They made a statement last night on their own division rival. LA -4. $11. How them old folks say? 11. Left them with 11.
They lost by what? At least 2 touchdowns. I mean, come on, man. That's bad. I mean, I know Arizona's a young team, especially at quarterback. They look like they weren't ready at all.
They weren't. They weren't. Aaron Donald is a fucking machine. Did you see the amount of fights they had in this game? Son, they were scrapping out there, dog. This was a fight. I haven't, bruh. It's good to see passion like that in football. It's good to see some shit like that. Playoff football is supposed to be like that.
I will say I was wrong about the Rams.
Yeah.
I was wrong about the Rams.
You was hard on them.
Yeah. Fuck it. I was. I can't even dress it up any better than that. But fuck it, they showed their ass, and they showed up to play. Especially Odell showed up to play for the most part of the game. Cooper Kupp kind of finished the game off.
That's gonna be a hell of a game next week. That's gonna be a hell of a game next week. Tampa. In Tampa.
Tampa Bay and LA. Let's take a look at the spread.
It's the 2-4 matchup. Tampa gets another home game, being a 2 seed. So they'll be hosting the LA Rams at Raymond James Stadium. Shout out to Big Chuck, who was down at the game watching old Tom Brady and old playoff Lenny down there. He said they had a hell of a time down there, and they going back again this Sunday to check out Odell and the Rams. So I'm gonna check in with him and see what's popping down there. He FaceTimed me for the Eagles game. So hopefully we get another FaceTime in for the Rams game. And I can see if we can even get him on the sports show to talk about it.
Yeah, he might be joining us on the couch after this week. Rams coming to town. We gonna see.
Oh,
We gonna see.
we gonna see.
The spread for this Rams at Tampa Bay is Tampa -3.
Woo. Right where it should be.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with this line. The over/under total is 48.5.
Okay.
So it's about average, slightly high on the points. But I mean, that's to be expected with this game. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. I like Tampa Bay in this game.
Okay.
I really like Tampa Bay in this game. The only thing that makes me not say Tampa Bay is Aaron Donald.
Okay. Let me make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
All right.
Their star tackle, Tampa Bay star tackle, Tristan Wirfs, suffered a nasty ankle injury early in the game against Philly last week. He tried to come back and play through it. Couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's going to be ready to face that Rams defensive line this week. And that's protecting Brady. You know what I'm saying? That's his star tackle. That's his all-pro tackle right there. I'm thinking that this game is going to be won and lost in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Can Tampa Bay create enough of a run block so that way Tampa's running backs, because they use a running back by committee, can their running backs create some sort of a run game? Or is the Rams defensive line that dominant? And we know if teams can touch Brady, speaking of the Saints, if teams can touch Brady, that offensive line is suspect under heavy pressure. You know what I'm saying? When you touch Brady and he get frustrated, we've seen him break a Microsoft Surface pad. We seen him tell an assistant. We told him, we heard him telling the assistant coach to fuck off. So we know what pressure can do to Brady and bust pipes. The Saints laid out the format for the Rams to win this game. I got the Rams in this one. The only thing that scares me, Matthew Stafford has won his first playoff game in 13 years. You're going to have to battle it out with the GOAT.
I will say this is not the same Matt Stafford. This is not Detroit Lions Matt Stafford.
But Tampa got a hell of a defense.
Yes, they do.
And they opportunistic and they fast.
And I will say Matt Stafford looked shaky leading into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He looked okay in this game, but at times he still kind of has some questionable throws that he throws. He ain't the most active quarterback.
For the first time, I'm going to say this game is all about defense. Not saying that the offense can't, because they got weapons across the board here. This shit is star-studded. You know what I'm saying? This should be an NFC championship level fucking game right here.
I'm rolling with Tampa Bay.
Okay, I'm rolling Rams. You got Tampa.
Trust me, I don't like picking Tampa Bay. You know that. I don't like picking Tampa Bay. But in this game, I feel like Tampa Bay is going to win this game.
Okay.
I see Tampa Bay winning this game 27-26. Tampa Bay. A late field goal. Which the win or lose is because Tampa Bay's kick is not that good.
Hey, that could be a factor. We seen what bad kickers can do to a team in a season. We just experienced that. You know what I'm saying?
Keep an eye on Tampa Bay. Now, yes, I know I picked Tampa Bay. Keep an eye on their kicker. He has some accuracy issues this season. So I'm not 100% trusting this motherfucker. I know with my luck.
To put it lightly.
Picking against Tom Brady, this motherfucker's gonna kick like about 8 fucking field goals on Sunday. Like 60 yards.
Well, I feel the same way you feel. I think the game is going to end in the same manner in which you just said. I think it's going to come to a last-second field goal. I think this game is going to boil down to not who has the ball last, and opposed to which defense is just going to be better. You see what I'm saying? Because I think whatever team has the ball last is going to win that game. That's the type of game we're talking about here. But can the defense create a takeaway? Can the defense score points off of a takeaway? Key times, whether it be special teams, a muff punt, a peanut punch football fumble. You know what I'm saying? Opportunistic interception when especially side when the team is going downfield on you? Can you make that play? You know what I'm saying? Can you reach the quarterback? You know, whoever protects the quarterback, both of these cats is gunslingers. Don't get it twisted. Brady, it baffles me how dangerous this dude is this late in the game.
Yeah, he has been. Last week he definitely was throwing some weird passes. Against Philly. Early in that game, it made me just like, damn, why is he? I don't know. He is in his 40s, though. I mean, sometimes the passes don't be looking kind of wobbly, kind of like Drew Brees-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Drew's to the latter part of his career, he just didn't have the zip. He just didn't have a.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't think Tom has a lot of zip on some of his passes. Now I don't know. He has a much bigger arm than Drew Brees had. Um,
Drew got a cannon. Drew was more accurate.
yes.
Tom had a fucking cannon.
So, but sometimes it does look like Tom losing a little extra zip on his passes lately. So, but the number one thing is it's hard to get to Tom though. Even how old he is, the motherfucker is aware. His awareness in the pocket is great. While he is the greatest quarterback, it feels weird.
But that Rams D line, though, bruh.
Yeah, but I feel like the great quarterbacks always find a way to get past him.
We proved it to you.
Yeah, but we proved it in the wrong time when it didn't matter. We didn't prove it last year in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, playoff Brady is a different type of Brady. You know,
Man, we had Brady in check if you look at his numbers.
I'm not getting into that. That's not what I'm saying.
We had him in check. He didn't have great games against our defense, is what I'm saying. Look at it statistically. He's never cooked our defense.
I'm not saying he's cooked our defense. What I'm saying is this motherfucker's clutch.
Yeah, absolutely. He's clutch. You don't have 7 rings and not be.
He is fucking clutch. And it could be something simple as him just throwing to just making the right read and the right decision and getting it to the right receiver just for easy first down. That's the thing that he does a small shit like that helps him continue to be great. And he don't have to torch a defense to win. He don't. We've seen it. He's
Yeah.
won Super Bowls that way.
Yeah.
So I don't see him having to really torch this defense to beat them. Another thing I would look in this game too is can I was about to say St. Louis. Can the Rams run the ball? They don't run the ball that much on this team. So
it's hard to run on Tampa Bay. You know what I'm saying?
hear me out. But what if Tampa Bay dares them to run? You know what I'm saying?
Then you got to do what you got to do. Tampa's corners are weak. They D-line and they linebacker core is solid. You can get behind Tampa secondary.
But that front seven is the key.
That was the same argument we just had about Tom Brady and his D-line.
But I think it can get to Stafford. If I had to say, yeah, Aaron Donald is a great defensive lineman and all that. Like they have a great. If Von Miller was getting to the fucking quarterback last week too, can't forget about him. But I don't know, man. Tom Brady, hard to get to consistent. That's the key. If they can get to Tom, they'll win. The Rams will win if they can get to him. But yeah, let's move on to the next game.
All right. I got the Rams 31-29.
31-29. And I call what, 27-26?
You got Tampa Bay 27-26.
All right, we ain't agreed yet.
Nope. Now, I told you, my picks is totally left from America. America, I'm riding solo, America. If y'all ride with me, America, let me know. If not, I don't give a shit. But check this out, America. Next game, America. Cincinnati Bengals. Go ahead.
Big J says that San Fran will win. So Big J's calling San Fran.
Thank you, BJ.
Big J, let us know who you think gonna win. Green. I'm about to say Green. Saint. Damn, I keep saying. Okay, who you got? Let us know in the chat. So what's the next game?
Hey man, my other Super Bowl pick. Shout out to all of the LSU and New Orleans connection. The Cincinnati Bengals travel to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, to take on the Tennessee Titans, the number 1 seed in the AFC. Shout out Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase. Shout out Von Bell, former Saint. Eli Apple, former Saint. Trey Hendrickson, former Saint.
Yeah, so the Bengals on the road going to Tennessee. Tennessee is favorite minus 3.5.
And they get your boy back,
Travis Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. Steve.
You off tonight. That's good ass weed. God damn.
Yeah, Travis Henry. Wish he was as good as Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry. Shit. Derrick Henry comes back. They also have Denoris Foreman. Also
Devontae Foreman.
Devontae Foreman. Who think gonna get the ball more in this game? Think Foreman's gonna get the load still, or you think Derrick Henry's going?
I think you got to give it to 22, bro.
Yeah.
Got to get it to 22. Hey, Foreman, you gonna get your touches. It's the playoffs. You got to exhaust all your resources to make it the next week, because ain't no next week if you lose. You know what I'm saying? But I think the catalyst in this game isn't going to be the running game. I think that's going to be the storyline. I think secretly Cincinnati's got to deal with AJ Brown and Julio Jones. Hey, look, shout out to EJ the DJ. But you cannot forget that Ryan Tannehill is a really good quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Right. He makes the right reads. He's not going to put himself in positions where he's making mistakes. He's not going to force the throw. He will throw it out of the fucking bounds. He's a safe quarterback. He really is. And then, you know what I'm saying? He'll take off on you.
Yeah, this is not Ryan Tannehill from Miami.
No.
I think a lot of people kind of still think about. Forget that Ryan Tannehill. And you got to remember this is a different team that's around him too. And you got a hell of a running game.
Yeah.
He can run himself. So Julio Jones could be finally put in this position to finally really lead a team now. I want to see if he can step up in this game. Can he go out and get touchdown? That's always been the biggest knock on his game, his whole career. He's a Hall of Famer, no doubt. But can he score when it matters? That's the key. Can Ryan Tannehill get him the ball? AJ Brown, like you said, is also, I mean, you could argue that he might be the number 1.
He is the number 1.
AJ Brown is the number 1. Well, what do you think? How you feel about this? Do you think
He is? Julio's the number 2. That's how their offense works.
How do you feel about this offense going up again?
I don't trust this offense to go to the Super Bowl.
Cincinnati can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, they can.
Trey Hendrickson.
Monster.
Cashed in, got the big paycheck, and still cashing in the sacks. Came up big this past week. They caused havoc in the backfield. So I don't know. I mean, if Tennessee runs the ball well, though, they ain't gonna have that problem.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on how well the offense of Tennessee can really operate. I think their defense is pretty solid, but in the end, I'm gonna go with. I gotta go with Tennessee.
Okay.
I gotta go with Tennessee. I feel like this is a high upset alert though with this game. more than the other games, but I feel like this game should be won by Tennessee. I think it's gonna be another close game. I'm gonna call Tennessee 2017. Slow down Cincinnati's offense because of their offense. They control the clock.
Tennessee, this is the game you've been waiting for. This is your time. Finally, people could put some respect on your name, because think about it. I just picked my nose, America. Check this out. The Tennessee Titans is probably the most disrespected one seed I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Do they deserve the disrespect?
Maybe, maybe not.
They played pretty mediocre ever since Derrick Henry got hurt. Let's be real.
When you got teams like the two right now in the AFC, there can be an argument for the two hottest teams or the teams that's playing each other next. Buffalo, Kansas City. But before we get to that, they are the media darlings of the AFC right now, because those are the two quote unquote most established of these AFC teams. Tennessee has been that team in the distance. Yes, they've made an AFC championship game. Yes, they beat up on the Ravens a few times in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee has just never made that transition. So this game is key because Cincinnati is on the rise. If they don't get it this year, they're coming back next year. Cincinnati is like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think they're young. They don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? They scrappy, they hungry, and they don't care about tradition. You know what I'm saying? This is a totally new thing. I don't think the curse of the Bengals teams of the past got anything to do with this team. I got Cincy winning it. This is going to be the playoffs where both number one seeds go down, according to official ThickEyedBandit. I could be wrong in the motherfucker, but fuck it. This is what I'm sticking with. I'm saying Cincinnati in the upset. Cincinnati upset. I think Tennessee will come out flat. It's going to be ugly. 31-24 Cincinnati. I think the hits keep on coming. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase going roll. Watch out for Joe Mixon. He's going to have a big game.
I don't know, man. What you think Derrick Henry going to do?
77 yards. You have 77 yards in a 1 yard touchdown.
We're gonna see. You don't have the Louisiana purchase cards to have the influence on your picks.
No, I know we lost this. We lost the championship. We came in second place. We lost.
Hey, yo, shout out to Uncle Malik in the chat. Just jumped into the chat. So what's up, Uncle Malik?
What's up, dog?
Also, Big J also said that he got the Rams winning 31-28.
Good job, Big J. I feel you on that one, man. I echo the same sentiment.
What you think in this game, Big J? In the previous games that we had, who you got in this one? Tennessee or Cincinnati? What's up with the next game?
Next game, the last game on the NFL playoff docket. We got probably the equivalent to the Rams Tampa Bay Buccaneers game of the week style. This is probably the AFC version of that. The game of the week, according to the AFC. The Buffalo Bills. You got a little beef with the city of Buffalo right now. But the Buffalo Bills going into Arrowhead Stadium into Kansas City to take on Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, the Cheetah, my homeboy from the West Bank, good old John Eric Patriot, Darrell Williams, and the Kansas City Chiefs. And shout out to Tyrann Mathieu, saying, oh, LSU. The Tires is all over the place in this game.
I'm gonna say you like this. All right, you listening?
Go ahead and pick Kansas City. Go ahead.
The motherfucking Chiefs gonna win this motherfucking shit out of these motherfucking boys. They gonna slap the shit out of them. You hear me? Buffalo. Hey, y'all hear me? Looking at this game. Hey, right here. Kansas City gonna take care of this game. Kansas City is favorite -2.5 in this game. Fuck. I don't give a shit about that goddamn spread. Fuck Vegas in this game.
Vegas, don't bet this game. Your money's going to get took. So check this out. Buffalo, I got your back.
Hold on, let me get my
all right, handle your business. Handle your business.
I'm calling 35 on that ass. 35 on that Buffalo defense. 35-17.
Ooh.
Business. Old Josh Allen ass going down. I don't know. The boys in Buffalo, they better go listen to they better go listen to I don't know what they better go listen to. They ain't gonna win no damn championship this year. Buffalo, it ain't happening. Griselda or some shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all better go listen to Griselda tapes out there.
Shout out to Griselda.
That's the only thing popping in Buffalo right now.
Shout out to Griselda.
Shout out to Griselda. But look, Buffalo ain't gonna have it. I'm calling it. Stephon Diggs, he gonna be taken out of this game.
No.
Josh Allen is gonna throw 2 picks in this game.
No.
2.
2?
2 picks. 2.
Damn.
And he gonna fumble that bitch.
Damn.
Oh, my bad. I gave my pick. Go ahead.
Okay. Just like how you riding for Kansas City, I'm gonna ride for the Buffalo Bills and Bills Mafia. I got the city of Buffalo back. I'm gonna tell you, dog. West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, Conway the Machine. Come on, man. The home of Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. That's what, look, O.J. Simpson.
He in Florida right now. He ain't coming through Buffalo.
I'm just saying, man. Buffalo, bro, they got the wings. And Buffalo, the only city I know who playing ECW in the parking lot before they go watch the game. They will power drive you through a flaming table off the back of an F-150. Dog, I'm telling you. And it's cold. It was snowing. It's ice cold last week. It was so cold, the kickers couldn't even kick extra point. The football was ice. Like Sanka Coffee on Cool Runner said, you mean ice? Like penguins and Eskimos and ice? Yeah, fool, ice. Weather ain't gonna matter. Buffalo going into Kansas City, and they're going out with the victory. They coming out of there with the victory. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. Y'all gonna win it 30-21. Let's go, Buffalo.
They're gonna be playing in Arrowhead.
That's fine. Josh Allen go cross somebody up like he did last week. And they owe Kansas City.
They did play early in the year. Let's go back to that game. Let's go back to that game real fast. What week? Let's see. Kansas City and Buffalo played back on October 10th. October 10th, right?
Yep.
Buffalo took care of Kansas City too. In Kansas City. And that's why I know they're gonna win this game. They got the revenge factor on their side. They ain't forget about that shit. They ain't forget about it. Josh Allen think he was slick. He think he was having a great game. You know, what was that week? What, week 6? This is the divisional round in the playoffs. I want to see Josh Allen do the same shit that he did in week 6 in this playoff game. I don't think it's gonna happen.
You don't think so?
No, it ain't gonna happen. Hell no. Patrick Mahomes is gonna take care of business. Tyreek Hill, they're gonna give him a cortisone shot in that ankle. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be good.
Give him the needle. Give him the needle.
But yeah, that's my pick. Did we agree on any fucking pick this week? I don't think
No. We both went polar opposite. Hey, but that's great though. That's good for parity. You know what I'm saying? That is good for parity. And I'll tell you what, HQ, I'll tell you what. This week right here, and I gotta say it, just to remind everybody the reason why we're picking the way we're picking. EJ the DJ called a Tampa Bay versus New England Super Bowl. That ain't happening. The New England Patriots got their ass whipped by the Buffalo Bills, right? I called the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. I only want upsets. My team, we don't have a dog in the fight. So I'm going completely left field because I want to do something that's different than America wants.
America's fine. Their team lost already. They out of the playoffs. Cowgirls is gone. So America is shifting back to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs and Andy Reid.
See, you going all mystical and going back in time and shit back to the first ever Super Bowl in LA when these two teams played when Lynn Dawson was smoking some Newports in the locker room and niggas was drinking beer and shit.
And that's why you're gonna see a Chiefs Packers Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? In LA. What EJ call it? He called it the discount double check bowl.
Hey, bro. Now, it's probably that's probably the sexy pick according to most fans. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers.
Some people want to see LA.
I think the media might want to see LA in LA, but would that draw?
Yes. The Rams, Odell Beckham, brings more star appeal to them. He definitely brings the paparazzi is gonna be there for him alone. It's gonna be a circus if he gets there.
Oh, what?
Especially if he gets there.
It'd be a media field day. You done already seen Kawhi and Paul George at the game. Kawhi off camera rolling something up.
Big J calling Buffalo gonna win it. Come on,
Big J, I won't talk about Big J. I feel you, dog. I feel you.
man, come on. Anyway, that's it for the picks this week. Winners go to the championship game. NFC and AFC championship game is on the line in these games this week. I think the key is gonna be defense. Defense and running the ball. We got games in what? Green Bay, Tennessee, Tampa Bay, Kansas City.
I gotta do this. The fan in me has to do this. And I'm gonna echo your sentiment, bro. You said defense and also running the ball is gonna be key to the playoffs, to winning, right? let's check something out right quick. I'm about to look up something right quick, just to kind of echo that same sentiment.
Also, shout out to the LSU men's basketball team.
Yes.
They did lose the last game, but still shout out to them. They still ranked. They number 13 right now. They got a game tomorrow against Alabama. They would whoop Alabama ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if it is just a basketball team. Don't like Alabama, of course. So
We echo that sentiment.
yeah, so I look forward to them whooping their ass on that. I'm gonna be watching that game tomorrow. That game is at 6 p.m. Central. If y'all want to watch it. Anyway, find what you're looking for there.
I'm looking for. All right, here we go.
Shout out to EJ the DJ too. He couldn't make it tonight. Probably scared because of the picks that he made last week. Couldn't show up this week. Make sure y'all tune into our IG account tomorrow. We're gonna be going live tomorrow night. Going live on IG. Myself, ThickEyedBandit, EJ the DJ. Make sure y'all check out the motherfucking shop on themfnpod.com. And get the merch. Check out the newest episode, motherfucking Ladies Lair episode that dropped today. We got a new episode dropping tomorrow with our good brother all the way out in Kuwait, Ahmed Al-Mazidi. Then we also have Fitted Stacks from No Negative Energy Love. It's going to be dropping on Thursday. And make sure y'all stay tuned for the finale. The motherfucking finale of season 3 is dropping Friday. So we got a jam-packed week. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Stay locked and loaded with the motherfucking pod. Make sure y'all sign up to our TikTok. Sign up to our IG. And make sure y'all subscribe to this YouTube channel too. And you know what I'm saying? We live right here on YouTube, motherfucking sports. We had some bottle bets, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, and we about to get into it. But just to finish your point before we roll on, you mentioned defense and how it's going to play effect in all these games this weekend. I went and looked up the weather for these games. The weather in Green Bay, the low that day is going to be 1. The high will be 13. The high temperature that day is going to be 13 degrees. Green Bay. The Tampa Bay Rams game, and the weather in Tampa that day, 60 in the afternoon. The low will be 38. That's cold for Florida. Let's see if it's a night game. Let's see. That's Sunday at 1:00.
Okay. Yeah, this gonna be nice weather. It's gonna be midday. I think it'll be probably a little chilly for Tampa, but it'll feel like regular football. I don't think it's gonna be like bad like the Green Bay weather. Green Bay weather is gonna be bad. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah, Green Bay, that game is Saturday night. I'm sorry, the high is 22, but the low is still 1 degree.
And it's a night game?
It's a night game.
In Green Bay, it's gonna be cold as fuck.
It's going to be 1 degree.
And then you got the Niners Packers game is Saturday night. Bengals Titans is Saturday afternoon. So the only thing that's left is the Tennessee weather in Kansas City.
So in Nashville, and that game is on what day? Saturday or Sunday? Tennessee and the Bengals.
Saturday afternoon.
So Saturday, high is 38, lows 22.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cold right there.
It's gonna be cold,
Yeah,
which
Kansas
leaves Kansas City and Buffalo. And that game is probably what, Sunday night?
it's Sunday night ish, 5:30.
All right.
Yeah, so it'll be late by the time
40,
that
43 in the afternoon, 27 is the low. Not as bad as what they both just played in.
but no snow or rain in no forecast. So yeah, so it's gonna be just chilly weather.
You
So chilly football weather.
talking about hitting in the cold. Who gonna protect the ball? Is there gonna be a fumble? You know what I'm saying?
I think there will be some fumbles. But look, I'm sticking. I'm rolling with my picks. I'm still calling. As a quick recap, I'm picking the Packers, Chiefs, Bucks, and Titans. I got all home teams. You got all road teams. Something's got to give. So
Something gonna give. Something is going to give.
Big J, Uncle Malik is in the chat. They said we got to do something special for the Super Bowl. Yeah, we might do something for the special for the Super Bowl. We might do something.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. We'll have some updates for that on the
Probably be eating some man chews.
hey. But let's move on though. Moving on to our last topic, NBA. The Pelicans. We'll start there first. The Pelicans have been kind of free falling a little bit. They sputtered the last two games. They ran into some real good teams. They showed where they lacking in talent. Um, but the one thing that you love about this team though is that they fight. They don't
Yeah,
give
they
up.
do.
They're not no bitch ass team where they quit on their team. Like last year's team, they definitely gave up and quit. They quit on Stan Van Gundy because they did not like his ass. um, this team has not been showing that type of same mentality. Um, Josh Hart has been playing his best basketball since he's been in the league. Jose Alvarado on a two-way contract has been playing great. Gary Clark had some good games in there on a two-way contract and earned his way to come back on the team. Um, Jackson Hayes has been playing better. Actually won back some minutes. This team just struggles to play defense consistently, and that's the biggest problem. They don't have any. They don't have a main point guard. Jose Alvarado is a backup. He's only maybe 5'11", 5'10" at best. He's tiny. He's way undersized at point guard. Um, on defense, he is a major liability. So
They got heart though.
he got a lot of heart. That dude, he can ball. He can push. He has a great passing ability for the second team unit. He's just not a star. And then Devontae Graham he's up and down. He's there not to be the point guard. He's there to just shoot threes. That's pretty much it. But Brandon Ingram deserves to be an all-star this year, no doubt. Deserves to be an all-star. I think this team needs to make a trade though. Um, you can't trade Zion, so that's not really in the question.
No, that's not it.
You don't trade Brandon Ingram, but I would say
Josh Hart?
you may potentially have to trade either Josh Hart. I would say probably Josh Hart is your best bet because one, he asked to leave this team last year in free agency. He did. He asked to leave. That's not no secret. They did nobody his stock was really low, so they gave him the money, and he proved it. proven it. So now it's the time to cash in. He's probably the most coveted player that we got on this team that we can probably trade away, outside of maybe Valanciunas, which you don't want to trade Valanciunas.
No.
Move forward as a playoff team. So
you got some combo picks that you could probably do too.
Like what?
What you think about Diddy, man? Lozada.
Didi Lozada. Yeah, you can move Didi Lozada. His contract's not that big, but I think he's what, like a $3 million contract. So I mean, you can add him to a contract if you're trying to make a bigger trade. The one name that I kept hearing a lot of is De'Aaron Fox out of Sacramento. I think that would be a great pickup for the Pelicans if they can get De'Aaron Fox without having to lose any of your main core pieces. If you can keep Bi, Zion, Valanciunas, and Herb Jones, it might be asking a lot to be able to keep Herb Jones in that. I ain't gonna lie. I would say you cannot trade Herb Jones and Josh Hart together. You can't do that. You can't lose both because those are your best two defenders on the wing. You can't lose both the wing, your best wing defenders. You need to add something with that. I would say keep Herb Jones, trade Josh Hart. I like Josh Hart. He's having a great year. But if you get De'Aaron Fox in return, trade Josh Hart. You might end up losing one of the protected first-round picks. That's fine. So you would trade Josh Hart, a first-round pick, and I don't know, you probably trade I don't know, you might have to give up one of your you would definitely trade away Saturansky. Saturansky's contract is large enough that you can move. You make a $10 million expiring contract. So definitely move him, and you have a trade exception. You have a $17 million trade exception on this team. So you definitely need to meet trying to work that in there some way to get De'Aaron Fox out of Sacramento. He's a 20-plus player, create his own shot. He creates for others. He can score. He can pass the ball. And I think he would be a good addition. And he fits the timeline with Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram. I think that would be the best option because you fucking desperately need a point guard. You need a point guard right now. And I think if anything, they need to put all their chips forward and try to get De'Aaron Fox and bring him to New Orleans. He's already signed up off. He's no longer on a rookie contract. So you would have him for the long term. That would be the long-term piece. Potentially keep this team together and really start something. Now, if you have De'Aaron Fox, Herb Jones, Zion Williamson, Bi, and Valanciunas as your starting five,
that's a nice little. That's
sign me up for that shit.
and with the way they play basketball, man, the style of basketball they play, we just, we always talked about it on this show. We've always been very public with it. Do you have the depth when it's time to give the starters a spell? Especially when you playing these teams where when their bench can light you up for 30 in a quarter.
It showed against when they played the Celtics the other day. They got lit the fuck up by what's his name? Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah.
Them apart in the second half of that game. It was the Pelicans was up by double digits in the first quarter, and they never had the lead again after the first. They got their ass slapped, beat down. I think that was a Sunday evening game. No, that was MLK.
No, the Celtics game was Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, that was yesterday. So they got toe up yesterday against the Celtics. It just was unwatchable by the second quarter. So I ain't gonna lie, some of the players didn't look like they was ready for that game. I just think that they need some better guard play. And moving. I hate to say it, maybe even Nickeil Alexander-Walker might be in a potential trade.
Take his time.
His shot selection is bad. He's still young, and maybe he needs to go to a team that he's allowed to work on his game and have unlimited shooting potential, and have no real leash. This
Why
team,
you want to send that man to Orlando?
I could say that. But look, if that's what happens, I mean, I would take Terrence Ross to kill Alexander Walker right now and show up the bench. I would do that. But look, I mean, I like the prospect of Nikhil. I like him coming out of college. It's just that right now, the timeline with Zion and everything else, you just don't have time to wait on him, and that's the sad part about it. And if it was a different situation, maybe if it was just Bi and everything else, and Bi was the main piece, Zion wasn't in here, which I think this is Bi's team now, in my opinion. But
You got to build around him now because you don't know what Zion you're gonna have in the future if you have him at all.
yeah, and I would think if you can get somebody that's on the same timeline with Bi, with Nikhil, unless Nikhil can show another range, he just hasn't shown it. He shows small sparks. Man, when he bad, he is terrible. I mean, 2 for 14, 2 for 18. You have him taking shots away from Valanciunas, who's highly efficient. You have him taking away shots from Brandon Ingram. You have him taking away shots from Devontae Graham, who's been shooting at a high level at 3 point. At 3 point, Bi is at a high level um, uh, at two in the paint. And Valanciunas has been very damn reliable at the 3 point line for a center who don't take a lot of threes in the game. He just takes away a lot, and sometimes he kind of hurts the team. And a lot of times, you can see them on fast breaks getting toe up because he's just taking bad 3 point shots. He's just letting them rip early in the shot clock, and then now they got to run back and defend on transition. So I don't know. I hope they can make things work with him, but as you already know, the Pelicans in win now mode. You have to win this season. They got to get to the play-in game. You can't keep playing around with this situation with Zion. You either got to win with him or you got to trade him. It's just that simple.
It's a hard pill to swallow, bro. That's a hard pill to swallow, man. Especially for the city of New Orleans. We deserve a competitive team. You know, you can build around Bi, you really can. But the problem is, you know, to what degree are you gonna get back? You know, if you can get back a star for a star, great. But realistically, are you gonna get that? No. You know what I'm saying? At this juncture, because I think people want to see what the product is. You can see flashes, but they want to see a consistent product now.
I'll say this, and this will be my last thing on it. If the Pelicans can do this, and this is a big ass if, I will be super invested in this. But if they could turn Zion Williamson into Julius Randle, because there's a lot of talk about how much he loves New York. I keep hearing that. That's all you hear. Sometimes when there's smoke, there's fire in the sports world. Those rumblings come from somewhere. They don't just
Somebody leak it out.
they don't just come out of thin air. A lot of times. And then we saw Cam Reddish got traded to New York. That was one of the few trades that did happen. Atlanta traded Cam Reddish to the Knicks.
That was actually one of the trades you called a few weeks ago.
I said that he wanted out.
Yeah.
So Cam Reddish went to the Knicks. So now you almost have the original team that Zion had back at Duke, all in New York. They got RJ there. They got Cam there. Now you missing is Zion. If you could talk me into getting Julius Randle back,
This version of Julius Randle.
this version of Julius Randle, because let's be real,
The New Orleans version wasn't this version.
he did not care about being in New Orleans. Now that's the only thing I would be concerned about. If you can get Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson, okay, I'll be cool with that. Now
Okay.
I know the Knicks probably don't want to give up on Mitch Robinson like that just for nothing. Um, but it's Zion. I mean, how bad y'all want that nigga? But I mean, if you can turn Zion into Julius Randle and Mitch Robinson, then get De'Aaron Fox, Sacramento, and then put that with Bi, you probably would have a playoff team. I would say that's a playoff team to me. Have Mitchell Robinson backing up Valanciunas and protecting the protecting the rim. Now you got a rim protector. So the only thing that you have to worry about is just 3-point shooting at that point, because now you have a shot creator, you have your finisher, you have a solid center, you have everything you need at that point. And then you have a lockdown defender, Herb Jones, a young lockdown defender.
And don't forget what you could do in the draft.
Absolutely. Now you probably, I mean, with all those two big trades, you probably giving away some draft capital. I ain't gonna lie to you. But
But it's not like you're gonna finish ahead of the game this year. Think about it. You can boast of yourself and still give away some pieces if you're giving away Zion.
look, if like I said, if you can pull in those young core pieces, I like that team. I like that team. That's a good team. That's a damn good team.
That's a solid 6-7.
With De'Aaron Fox, Bi, Valanciunas, Julius Randle, yeah, I think that's at least I would say at least a 5 for me.
At least a 5 seed.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Because Bi, you see it, Bi is coming along. In another 2 years, he's gonna be like close to being the man in the league. I think he's gonna be a top 5 player in the next 2 or 3 years.
You just got to get him to stay and fall in love with the city of New Orleans and want to bring one here. Because you know them teams gonna come call it once his stock rises a little bit. The big contracts is coming. The bigger market's coming.
Well, he just got a new contract. He just got off his rookie contract. So you got 3 years left of him on this new contract. So in the next 3 years is when he's gonna be hitting his prime. Where the Pelicans gonna be at in that point? Everybody's talking about Zion. Y'all need to be worrying about PI, because that dude has been showing out and he's been showing himself as the leader of this team.
Yes, he has been. Yes, he has been.
Leader of this team.
Yes, he has been.
So, but that's all I had on that. We can do a real quick recap of what's going on in the NBA tonight.
All right, so we talking NBA tonight. The games that are on the agenda in the NBA were only 2. The Minnesota Timberwolves walked into Madison Square Garden and they beat the New York Knicks in a close game by 2, 112 to 110. And then the Warriors did what the Warriors do. Unfortunately, they did it to the Pistons. And, it was blood, gut, spitting ass everywhere in this game. The Warriors won 102 to 86. Are we surprised?
Yeah, I mean, the only thing they got going for Detroit is Cade Cunningham, the rookie, the number 1 overall pick. I mean, he's starting. I mean, he's showing some flashes. So they got a chance to him being good. But damn, it sucks to be a Piston fan. They haven't been good since what, Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace and them retired. They haven't had a really good product.
Rip Hamilton.
Yeah, man. It's been a minute. It's sad to see it. You hope that the Pistons come back to being good again in the NBA. Basketball will be good again when the Pistons is good.
They're playing in a whole new arena too. Y'all got a brand new arena. Y'all no longer in the Palace of Auburn Hills. You're now in the Little Caesars Arena. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Detroit need a winner. In some which way, fashion, it got to either be the Tigers, the Lions, or you Pistons.
It ain't gonna be the fucking Lions.
Then, hey, Detroit need a winner, man.
Well, I don't know. What you think? You think Detroit going to draft somebody great?
Probably not. But
Well, look, we're looking at the standings real quick for the NBA. Suns have pulled out a small little lead for the number one seed.
yeah, they have.
They 3 games ahead of the Warriors now. Suns feel like they're in the head of the driver's seat, dog. I mean, they might be the foreseeable number one seed moving forward. The Warriors kind of like on a slick tick they put off the gas a little bit because now Clay is back. They kind of working him in, and Draymond got hurt recently too. So um, I think the Warriors gonna be slowing down just a little bit.
Hey, but that's fine. I think they got a good enough. They're in a good enough position. They're still 2 games in front of the Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? So they can take a game or two. I don't want to say off. That's the wrong words to say, but they can take a game or two off and afford to catch a bad one and still be in position, especially with the All-Star break coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the Warriors are a team that you got to worry about.
And the Grizzlies, though, the Grizzlies have been killing it right now. They're the number 3 seed.
Yeah, 4.5 games back of the first.
Bruh, I don't think nobody saw the Grizzlies doing this good this fast. This is what year 3 for Ja
Mhm.
Morant. Fuck.
They're gonna be a problem in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're gonna be a tough team. And Darren Jackson, bro, his stat line. If you look at his fucking stat line, you be like, man, why is this dude that good? If you're just looking at his stats, watch the game. That dude is a defensive stopper. That dude is a defensive stopper at the forward position. He can guard damn near 2 to 5. So their defense is where it's at. John Morant is still jumping out the gym on everybody.
Yes, he
So
disrespectful.
he mad disrespectful. imagine the disrespect level of Steph Curry with at the rim.
And look, kind of look like your boy who was in the cold room. If you think I came to play around with y'all, God damn it, I'm not. Because you know what? John Morant ain't, dog.
And the Mavericks have kind of caught on too now. Mavericks been on a little winning streak. They at the 5th seed, Jazz at the 4, Nuggets at the 6th seed, Timberwolves at the 7th. Anthony Edwards, bro. Hey yo, Anthony Edwards is a star in the making, bro. He is really the difference of why they even in the that dude is good.
You
Anthony
saw his
Edwards,
attitude when they played the Lakers. He didn't back down not one bit.
that dude is good, bro. It's already his team. Cat Williams, I mean Cat Williams. Cat from
Carl Anthony Towns.
Cat Williams. But yeah, man, he took that team from him. It is not his team anymore. It is Andy Edwards' team. I don't care what nobody say. They might say that in the media that is Carlton Town team. No, it's not. The Lakers at the 8th seed.
Not time to push the button just yet. Are we looking at it?
It's getting close.
We're looking at it.
We at the halfway point.
Yeah.
So
Right at 500.
the Clippers are looking like they might be shutting it down. Paul George might be out for the year.
Do you understand that organization?
They like the Lions in the NBA. Yeah, the Clippers are like the Lions. Is there anybody? Is that a better comparison? I can't see it.
The Clippers, to me, like, you got all the tools you need to go and win a championship
Well,
or to make a run in the Western Conference.
injuries hit them hard. That's why.
Yeah.
Kawhi was already going to come back late. He got hurt late last year. Now with Paul George being hurt, the injured elbow, they're saying he probably done for the year. If that happened, why even bring Kawhi back? You know what I'm saying? So might be the Clippers might be free falling faster than then you got Portland at the 10th. Portland's still hanging around, bro.
Dame gonna play.
Dame gonna play, but damn, if any superstar would be potentially traded, I think it's gonna be him to choose.
Think it's the time.
I think Dame is going to be the one that's going to be traded.
Where would he go? Who's in play?
Watch out for
Phoenix? Oh, about to say.
Philly.
Think the Ben Simmons trade is real?
I think it could potentially be real. Or something else happen. I just don't see Ben Simmons going to Portland and making Dame happy or keeping the situation better. I don't know. We'll see. But I think something's got to give in Portland. Dame, I mean, I don't know. Dame is 31 years old. It's not like he's old. Not a young guy. Not young anymore. You know? So, I mean, 31 in basketball, point guards tend to change their game when they get a little bit older. So, I mean,
Yeah.
they start slowing down. So, now moving on to the East. Chicago is still on top, but they're on a 4-game losing streak right now. They're not looking very number one-ish right now.
Looking very human.
The East,
How-
the East is solid, top to bottom, but they look very beatable if you talk about going to the finals.
Yeah. This looks almost like the East in the bubble.
Yeah, there's a lot of the East is just beating up on each other. They're competitive though for the first time, but I don't see no clear-cut favorite out there right now.
You think Miami? You think Miami's ready? You think Jimmy got them back to where they're supposed to be? Or you think it's a regular season thing?
I'm gonna still roll with my preseason pick, but they still lingering around. I think I said it before though. They're a trade away. They really, really, really missing PJ Tucker. They really missing PJ Tucker, and I think Drew has been hurt a couple of games, and then so that's holding them back a little bit. I don't know if they're having a little bit of slow down from them winning the championship too.
They're only 2 games back. I wouldn't read too much into it.
No, I mean, but they definitely not taking the lead as they should.
No.
They're definitely not taking the lead right now. So I mean, like I said, it's jam packed in the East right now. You got the Bulls on top of at number 1. The Nets at 3. The Cavs on a 5-game winning streak at the 4th seed. The Bucks at 5, 6 at 3 seed. The Hornets at 7. The Wizards at 8. Raptors and Celtics falling out at the 9 and 10 seed.
I can't believe the fucking Cavaliers are a game and a half away from first place. I'm before we even started tonight's show, I was looking at our NBA over and unders.
Oh yeah, fuck. We gotta when the NFL season is over, we gonna go back. we gonna go back after the Super Bowl. We gonna revisit. We gonna revisit some of our picks for the NBA.
Yeah, we look like we don't know what we're talking about.
I ain't gonna say all that yet. There's a lot of NBA left to be played in between now and when the NFL season is gonna be over with. So we're gonna see. I ain't saying that yet. But other than that, dog, I mean that's it. That's the motherfucking sports edition this week, man. You got anything else to add before we get up out of here?
Yeah, if y'all can, ladies and gentlemen, try to check out some college basketball. Man, things are getting real competitive. You know, you got a team like Duke that had been knocked off tonight. The number 6 ranked Duke Blue Devils lost to Florida State tonight. Unranked Florida State. Just the other night, number one Baylor get knocked off.
Hey man, all y'all college students out there, all y'all college athletes, happy y'all getting them checks.
Hell yeah, get that money.
Get y'all
You know what I'm saying?
the college institutions, them motherfuckers is gonna get their money. Trust me.
And if y'all don't know what we talking about, man, go look up NILs. Go look up the NILs and how college has now created its own free agency with a lot of money to be made off of images and likenesses.
Mm-hmm. Think about it alone, how much money they was making from jersey sales for so many years.
Hey, a lot of these old timers is upset because they want the university to make all the money and the student athlete don't get shit from it. I'm a student athlete. I get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm awarded the opportunity to get a pristine education at an esteemed establishment. Yes, I understand that. But yeah, y'all making millions off of me.
Here's another thing too. When you graduate from one of these institutions, you know what's the first thing that they ask back from the people that that graduated from there?
The money. You gotta pay that shit back.
Would you like no? They would be like, would you like to donate to your alma mater? Like, what? Donate? Look,
You got to pay the monies.
they run this shit like they the fucking mafia. Nah, these colleges, bro. Don't feel sorry for the colleges.
And the reason why we feel that way, if anybody's familiar with it, because we were talking about colleges and college basketball, y'all go watch the movie Blue Chips.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch Blue Chips.
That
way of recruiting now is exposed.
And now they added in gambling on top of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Illegal gambling.
It's on and popping. Why would you not want to go to college?
Man.
Right now?
That's a conversation for another day. But look, as you already know, this is the motherfucking podcast, sports edition here on YouTube Live. Make sure y'all check out all our exclusive episodes on the motherfucking pod.com and check out all our episodes on all audio podcast platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Black Podcast app, and much, much more. Make sure y'all go check it out. Check out the latest episode that just dropped today. Motherfucking Ladies Lair. We have another episode coming out tomorrow, and another day after that, and another day after that, all the way until we get to Friday, the finale of season 3 of the motherfucking podcast. Make sure y'all check it out, themotherfuckingpod.com. Get the merch. Get the fucking merch, the motherfucking hats, the dog tags, the shirts, the motherfucking hoodies. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all support the crew, the motherfucking shop. Like I said, on the motherfucking pod.com. And with that being said, I'm Mr. Headquarters, ThickEyedBandit, the motherfucking pod sports edition. You already know what it is.
Motherfucker!